Yo, welcome back to the show, everybody. Been gone for a minute on some vacation, enjoying some leisure with the family time. Was supposed to be live a little while ago and just got caught up, talking with the homies and catching up a little bit. Everyone on vacation around here. Today in the studio, we got, clear my throat. We got Charlie with us. What's up, Charlie?
What's going on?
And then we got Nick. Nick over there still connecting for the Friday night events, making sure everything's squared up and lined up. Kind of like that fresh haircut.
Appreciate it.
Speaking of haircuts, this is brought to you by, just kidding, it's not, I don't have sponsors, but if you'd like to, go ahead and slide into the DMs, let me know. I could use your money. And you could use a free advertisement for approximately 20 people every week. The Cut app. Y'all didn't know about the Cut app, y'all. Maybe because...
No, that's not why.
That's not why. I mean, there's photos on there where people that look like you. So, you
don't know about the Cut app, Josh. Charlie, he don't know about the Cut app.
I didn't know about the Cut app.
He don't know about the Cut app, Charlie, because he gets his hair cut at the next.
That's $7 special.
Yeah.
That's a $10. That's a $10 special. 15, I think, with the tip. Liz has been doing a great job last 4 years. Well, I ain't got nothing to lose.
Did she line your beard up too?
No, I line my own beard up.
Oh, all right.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, why is it real bad?
No.
It's perfect.
Couple,
just couple up here, each cheek, a little neck, and we good.
Don't do the neck beard. You just gotta.
No, I can't do that the whole shave thing, like shave all that. I think that'd be weird. I think I'd look funny like that.
Maybe.
But so in tonight, I got a kid hollering already. We're going to kick it over to the guests. We doing this. I got the kids live with me, and I'm going to tend to them while these two kick off this episode, talking about what's weak in men. And we're talking about this week, days of the week. We're talking about weakness, right? Because, Nick, you had a couple things you want to holler about, so go ahead.
All right. Josh will be right back. Daddy Duty's call.
Number one priority right there.
All right. So, Charlie, what do you think it is that makes men dislike other men that they do not know over a woman? And let's be clear. So before you guys, are they friends? No, they're not friends. They don't even know each other. Like, what's your thoughts? Like, how you feel about it?
Initially, my first thought is insecurity.
Okay.
They automatically comparing themselves to another guy that they don't know nothing about.
Mm-hmm.
So they're using their imagination to think, what do they do better than me? And that person could actually do everything worse. So they just don't know. They're lacking the confidence, over a woman who's not giving them the same attention. And so they're looking at the guy like, all right, so maybe he does this better than me. What do I got to do? Like, why is she not seeing this in me? And you don't need to do that.
Facts. But the problem stems because, one, we comparing. So if we stop comparing, and that's half of it right there. My opinion, the other half of it is, maybe you don't mean that much to that person like you think you do.
That's a good point. Your perception of your place in their life may not be their perception of your place in their life, may not be their perception of you in their life.
Exactly. And you don't have any control over how someone views you or how somebody views their relationship with you. But it's just to a point, man, where like men really like get in their feelings. And when I say get in your feelings, I'm not saying it in a derogatory way, because we all have feelings. We're all human. But acting off of those emotions or letting those emotions play you or string you in a certain way to where you dislike another man who's never did anything to you, I think that's strange.
Yeah, you hear this all the time. Like on the mess decks, you would have been like, "Yeah, I don't like that person. Like, why? I don't like how he moves. Like, you ever talk to him? No. Like, I just see him around. Like, so what's the beef come from?
Where the beef come from? It come from a woman. Two men don't like each other. It come from that don't know each other. It's come from a woman, because you got to think. At the end of the day, we're simple. We are not as complex as women are. You know, they got a whole bunch of different things that that strings they play off of. Men, sports, comics, working out, drinking, hunting, but that would go under sports.
I'll go to sports, yeah. That's about it.
That's about it. Shoes, cars. Like we got those basic little 5 points, right? That we kind of can relate to. Either you grew up playing football and I grew up playing basketball, but we both like cars, or we both like working out, or it's something.
Yeah. Like
it ain't even the sports that tie us in. It's the memories of the sports, practice, the locker room. We talked about the locker room, Josh, on one of your very first podcasts, and how mothers don't understand what goes on in the locker room. But it's a whole bunch of stuff that drives us together. So why are we beefing?
You know, it's also they don't want to communicate. Like, you just want to get to know a person. Like, you might have a lot in common with that person that you have beef with, and they don't know you exist.
Don't even know you exist. Or say you do know it exists, and say you know why, where the beef stems from, right? That's not my problem. That's not even your problem.
It's just that it's that person's.
It's that.
Well, I mean, what I'm saying is, whoever's saying that, right, it's that person's beef, right?
Right.
That they have to address, right? If that other person is looking at you like, oh, I don't like them because I have these reasons that they think are reasons valid to them, which are valid to them, so they're valid or whatever, right? Well, then they're not speaking on it, but then it's still their own reasons, right? The other person doesn't dislike themselves, right? That person's okay with themselves. They don't, and you're irrelevant to that person's life and happenings. So whatever beef you might have or whatever it is, then it's yours, and you know, you got to figure out the recipe to cook that up.
Yeah, so if I don't hear your reasons why you don't like me, and it's festering up inside you, and you don't come communicate, we can never clear that air. You're going to hold on to something that you never even tried to fix. You know, you never even tried to, quote unquote, settle it like a man, however that may be. After a good talk, you might be like, you know what? I'm over it. Because eventually you're going to have to get over it. So how long do you want to hold on to something that's just eating you up from the inside?
And how many times are we as men, going to let women who play that play both sides, how many times we going to let them, you know how many men have been killed over a woman?
Or probably a lot. I mean,
a lot.
Yeah, I mean, look at it, if you want to look like ancient history and what was that, Greeks and Romans?
I challenge you to a duel.
Yeah, like, I mean, so much stem from.
That's wild.
What's her name?
That don't even meet my
Helen of
standards.
Troy. Helen, right? Helen of Troy.
Helen of Troy.
Yeah, like motherfucking countries going like snatching up another woman, and she running from a marriage, and maybe she didn't want it, but like,
I'm gonna take out my glove. I'm gonna slap you in the face. I'm gonna say we're gonna duel it, Dawn, because of her honor. When she talked to both of us, like it's old. It's old fashioned. It's taking some property of another person, which is wild to begin with. But you don't need to do that.
Watch this. When you break down the game Super Mario, how you know Princess Peach didn't want to be with Bowser?
Yo, isn't that like a new thing that's been out there, like in memes or something, right? But like she is the problem, right? Like she's the problem.
It's Luigi talking to Mario like, Mario, again, you got to go save her. She needs to be saved.
She don't need to be saved. She don't want to be saved.
This is the 17th. This is the 17th time this year she doesn't need to be saved.
That's funny.
Yeah,
but seriously, we're like people have died at the hands, not the hands, behind the decision making, the poor decision making of a woman. Pride kicks in because no man wants to lose to another man. Oh, I can't look weak. You got me fucked up. Can we cuss on here?
Yeah, come on, man. You're acting like it's your first time.
This is first episode.
But like, do you think that's like partly this like ancient embedded DNA thing, right? Where it's like, you know, the two male lions fight to the death or until one, you know, comes out on top just so they could take the pride and do all that? Or do we think that it maybe once upon a time was, but now we should be past that and now it's what?
I think it's two things. I think it's more territorial. And I also think it's more of I don't want to look a certain way to this guy or the public or whoever you think is watching you. That's what I think it is. Because when you really pull it back, when you go to bed at night, are you thinking about another man and how he looks? Whether it's your mess or somebody else's mess. Are you thinking about that when you go to bed? No, you thinking about what you got. You thinking about your kids.
Yeah.
You thinking about your wife, who you love very much. When you go to bed, you thinking about what?
I'm trying to decompress from the stress of the day.
When I go to bed, I'm not thinking about nobody but my kids and what I got going on tomorrow. Let me say my prayers and get up in the morning. Let me talk to God again, whoever you talk to. And then now I got to go to work. I'm not thinking about no other man and how he may look because I don't care, because you're not wrong. You're not a sucker. You're not, you know what I'm saying? It's the fact of your feelings are hurt. You don't know how to be vulnerable. Right. You don't know how to express how you're feeling through the proper channels. And you're running from the fact that it's okay to be hurt. And it's okay to be like, damn, man, she hurt me. She let me down.
Yeah, dudes want to lie to themselves or lie to their friends. And be like, you good? I'm like, oh man, I didn't care. I didn't really care. You know,
you care. And that's, I say it with a smirk on my face, but I've been there before.
Yeah, we all been there.
My best friend, one of my best friends, God rest his soul, took my girl when I was in the 6th grade. I ain't really take her. She chose up.
I mean,
and I was hurt. And I had to go to work. I mean, not work. And I had to go to basketball practice and pass him the ball.
You making him look the star, like you making him look like the star.
Like I gotta pass my guy the ball. I gotta pass Romeo the ball. That's really his name. That's my guy. And we laughed about it when we got older. Rest his soul. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, Romeo. But like we laughed about it when we got older. But like, it's funny, man, because I saw it was a stat, right? It was like the problem is all y'all think y'all good women, and I had reposted it. And I had to, you know what I'm saying?
Comments going crazy,
right? Comments going crazy because they felt triggered and attacked. And the one I lost,
yeah,
like the one that got away to Romeo, she commented like, we are good women. I said, you ain't been good since 1997.
So you hold on to that one.
Yeah, and I put the laughing emoji, and she laughed at it, like, you know what I'm saying? Because she knew what I meant.
Yeah.
But no, man, like once you I can't wait for my sons to get their heart broke. And not to say like, ha, I'm laughing at you. Like, no, this is a part of life. And when this happens, this is how you're gonna feel. And it's okay to feel that way because you love that person or you care. And now, son, let's unpack these feelings. Let's talk about why we feel this way. Let's talk about how this made you feel. Let's understand. And then once we get past all of that, you could really understand that it wasn't even about you.
Yeah.
Or what you did. Or what you didn't do. That that woman or young lady made a choice, which she has the right to.
Right.
Just like you have the right to, you know what I'm saying, make your choices. Now, when we make our choices, where you wasted such and such time, you're toxic, you a fuck boy. You know what I'm saying? We get labeled with all of those when we make our choices. You know what I'm saying? But when they make theirs, I'm just doing what's best for me. I'm my peace over everything, right? And cool, because we like to do the catch-22 game, right?
Yeah.
And some things work in our favor, some things work in your favor. The decision making, I think it works in a woman's favor, because it's always about her feelings and what she wants to experience, and I'm choosing my peace over everything and all that silly shit. But if we say that, like, oh no, I'm choosing this over that, it's no, you're not. You just want to be a hoe. No, this is what I'm choosing.
You're saying, so like, go ahead. I'm sorry, Charlie.
It's happiness over everything. That's what you want to be. You want to be a hoe.
Right.
You know,
That brings your happiness.
Yeah, happiness over everything.
But would you say then, like, men, right? We don't get. I say men just as me, being a man of the species, right? But we don't get to choose happiness and that kind of thing. Like, our choices, are they already the societal norms that are inflicted on us, right? That are, say, our choices are not impacted by our emotional intelligence, because we lack emotional intelligence a lot of times, right? So any decision we make, there's no room for us to attach it to that emotional intelligence because of our weaknesses being other things. So it couldn't be possibly for your peace and happiness and any of that. It's because, like you said, you just want to be a hoe. That's why you've made the decision you've made. Whereas women, they have the emotional intelligence and are a lot more of an emotional species than us, right? Where, these are just simple female-male things that are, like, most can agree on, right? Differences, big ones.
Yeah.
And I don't mean none of them in a negative way, but so is that just how that is? Like, we don't got no room for that.
I mean, you think about this. Have you ever broken up with somebody and said the words, "This no longer brings me joy"? It's just not something that you hear a guy say, because we're supposed to be the more logical, take care, straightforward. Our emotional bubble isn't as blown up or protected or acknowledged as others. So we gotta, cut straight to the point. Like, I'm just done. We're like, why? I'm just done. I'm like, no reason. You will not understand my emotional reason, or you say I'm being too sensitive, or I'm acting out of pocket, or why can't you just man up? Which is something that was passed down from generations.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean it's right.
But why should you have to man up if you're tired of a relationship with someone, male or female, doesn't matter, and you just say you done with it, then you done with it. Like, there's no man up about what.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like,
and relationships are supposed to run their course. Some courses lead to happily ever after, and some courses lead to 3 months from now. All right, you don't know what path you're on until you're on the path.
Yeah.
So,
facts.
And if you're trying to hold on when the road is finished, well, you're gonna end up on some rocks, right? It ain't gonna go smooth sailing, and then you might just peer off in a ravine and you crash, you burn, stuff's messed up, because you don't want to let stuff finish when it's supposed to finish. And we know in our hearts when stuff is over, and they know in their hearts too when everything is over. But it's almost harder for us to admit that as a man, because we don't want to look weak.
Yep, that's what it's based off of. It's not based off of. It's based off of territorial, because we are a territorial species, and looking weak. But you only look weak when you act out of emotion. See, the Will Smith thing, right?
mm-hmm.
I'm not mad at Will Smith. I was never mad at Will Smith. I wasn't mad at Chris Rock. As a man, again, as a man, You have to be conscious of what comes out of your mouth and about who and what comes out of your mouth, right? I'm only disappointed in Will because he acted out of his emotions. That's it. Hindsight is always right. It's always right. We always look back and say, damn, I should have did this. Oh, I wish I'd have did that. Whether you're talking about finances, love, sports, working out, eating, everything.
Yeah.
Your job, your career, whatever, the kids, everything. You always say, I wish I would have did this. Will Smith looks back, I'm sure, and says, I ain't handled that right.
He'll say his emotions got the best of him.
His emotions got the best of him, which if you don't let your emotions get the best of you, which means if you have the emotional maturity to be like, yo, I'm feeling like this ain't good. I can't make a decision right now based off of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit on it. You got that. I'm going to talk to you. We're going to holler backstage. You know what I'm saying? You could have did it way more player than that. Hey, bro, chill with the jokes on my lady. He didn't have to say, keep my wife's name out of your, because now that looks like you're bothered now. So now you're showing and you're demonstrating what your weakness is. And everybody has a weakness. I don't care how much weights you lift. Everybody got a weakness, whether it's money, whether it's women, whether it's your kids. Everybody has a weakness, but you got to move and keep your weaknesses covered because people try to play off of your weaknesses.
Yeah.
Pimp. He plays off of a woman's weakness. She didn't have a daddy role. He fills the daddy role for her. If a woman felt like growing up, she never had nobody, a man, look out for her or take care of her or put her first. That's how they get them. If you listen to stories about this, I don't know where you're going to find them at. I just know people. But if you listen to stories about this stuff, it's rarely ever a college educated woman. It's never a woman that was loved properly from both parents. Almost never. They tell you, pimps be like, oh, them the ones that's impossible to break, so just keep it moving. But the ones that's got a weakness, you keep your weakness covered. So people don't know what bothers you. If say, let's bring it to the Navy, right, Josh? If we go in for a ranking board, right? And I know that I'm trying to get my sailor above your sailor, right? And I know that you take a lot of pride in your sailors. Your sailors are like your kids, right? All I got to do is say one thing about your leadership style to your sailors, and you ziggity boom. Now you, because that's his weakness. So now I can move and maneuver what I want, which is my sailor, above or right here. Not saying it's above yours, but just maybe right here. I need them to get distracted.
Yeah, and in life, there are always going to be somebody to try to take advantage of the weakness that you may have in all facets of life.
Oh.
So even if you're doing good in one area and you're just showing it, there might be somebody who's not in your face, but they're in the background. Was like, oh, that's how I can get to them, And so you never know what people are paying attention to for you, and if you don't recognize your own weakness as a guy, you will get taken advantage of in more ways than once.
I know what my weaknesses are. I know exactly what they are, and it's not my kids. Sounds crazy, but true. It's not my kids. I won't tell you I won't broadcast it on this.
I'm glad you wasn't.
Go ahead, please tell.
But it's not my kids. It's not, mama jokes never offended me. I never, me talking about my mama. Like, that was never me. Like, I laughed. Like, I know what my weaknesses are. My weaknesses are internal. So, and you're not going to get a response once I feel triggered by it. You're not going to get the response you think you're going to get. You're going to get a whole different response. And that response, usually leads me down the road of, damn, I shouldn't have did that. So, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's got their own weakness. Some people's weakness might be food.
Mine. I love food. That's why I'm fat. Love it. Man, we've been eating way too much on vacation. It's not good. I mean, the food's good, but
Yeah, I know.
You know,
I feel you.
Vacation food.
Look at that. I had to grow the beard on vacation. Had that double, triple chin. Will Smith, though,
Mm-hmm.
right?
William.
Like, we already knew his weakness. So was it not like surprise? Or I mean, I shouldn't say like so matter of fact, but like let's say Chris Rock knew that weakness. That's why he made the joke. Did he expect to get smacked out of it? Probably, obviously not.
I guarantee you, there's some underlining beef between those two.
Oh, there was.
Guarantee you that we don't have the privilege of knowing.
Well, probably like one too many jokes, right?
One too many jokes. Could have been something said over them. It could have been something as simple as, I don't think Will is a good actor, or he's not in my top 5. It could be any. We don't know. And so people say things like, "Oh, that's the Oscars." It was Oscars, right?
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
Oscars.
Shows you how much I watched that shit. It was the Oscars. You can't act like that. No, to us, to the broke people making less than $15 million a year, to the broke people, it's the Oscars. To them, it's the fucking khaki ball or the Christmas party.
It's Friday's event.
Or Friday's event.
Yeah.
Half of them don't even fucking go.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. You talked about we all knew his weakness. Well, you can know the weakness of how much weight you could put on an elevator. But if you keep putting people on an elevator,
Yeah.
eventually it's going to snap.
Yeah.
And so we've all known Will Smith.
That was the last fat motherfucker on the elevator.
That was the last one. And he was like, you know what? I'm done. And
But I mean, it's just, I know it's old, but it was just so funny to watch because you see him there, the joke is cracked, and you see him, he laughing, and then you see Jada like not appreciate the joke, and then you see him kind of like do that, oh shit.
Josh, I can't tell him, man. How
And then he did. But but it go back to like what you were saying, right? Like he got a problem with other people, not just Chris Rock.
No.
You don't think he got a problem with them other people that's fucking Jada?
Oh. That's between him and Jada.
Right. But but it's back to your point of,
But don't make that might be his weakness. His weakness might not be him, because let's be real, bruh. Well, for me, I can't, if I was married and my wife stepped out, knowing me, would my ego be hurt? Yes. Self-check. Bro, you knew what you was doing too. Like, you think he turning down them actresses? You think, hey man, a wise man once said, you can't fuck them all and you can't tell them all no. You come on, man.
I'm with you. I like I said,
They've been married this many years
Yeah.
and had these kids, and Jada had a moment of weakness with August Alsina, and then Will Smith is just so hurt. Man, Will been getting his dick wet.
I'm with you. I understand all that. I'm saying though, I think he still had that problem, and if you never rectify that problem, right, that he had with other people,
But that's the point of the conversation.
Right, exactly.
You can't have a beef with him.
right?
Yeah.
But he had a beef with someone.
How you know?
Well, I'm saying like the beef with these sentence enhancers, right? Again, it's that he got really the problem is with himself, and then when Chris Rock makes this joke, that problem with himself he can no longer handle that. The problem with himself / other people fucking his wife, right? And now this is who he's going to actually act out on because he couldn't do it with anyone else. That's the way I look at it.
Or
right?
my wife has something that she can't control. It's not like
That's
she
true.
shaved her head.
Well, I mean,
right? Yeah, she didn't. Like,
She has
She has
alopecia.
actually
My
alopecia.
mother has alopecia.
Yeah.
So like my mom doesn't have control over that. Still not my weakness, guys. I'm gonna be like, yeah, my mom bald headed. My mom gonna tell you she bald headed.
But I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, happens. Like, shit happens, right? Like, medical conditions happen. That's fine. Like, that's what. I don't know. I think
so. Watch this. We make jokes about. We make jokes about everything else, but when somebody makes a joke about a sexual preference, it's off limits.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So you can't pick and choose what's. You know what I'm saying? That's disrespectful to him. The only thing I saw from the Oscars, right?
Still, yeah.
Yeah, all right. Make sure, because I don't watch that shit. The only thing I saw from that was a grown man getting the shit slapped out of him. That's all I saw. I don't care if you talk about the script. They're the best actors in the world, and it was, I don't give a fuck what you talking about. I'm not acting. Nobody, unless we're in a movie, and this is a script, and we're acting.
You getting paid for that shit?
And somebody said action, and somebody says cut, and they do credits and all of that.
Starring.
And starring. That's the only way I'll be getting slapped and not doing anything about it.
Yeah.
All I saw was another man get slapped and didn't do nothing about it. Wow. Will Smith just slapped the shit out of me.
His reaction to stop time was pretty fascinating. You know,
That shit was funny.
And I'm not watching another man walk up to me and slap me. Me, I'm not. Excuse me. Oh, what are you doing, Will? Like, he's not coming up here to shake your hand. He slapped
Shit
you.
was so funny.
The walk
and everything.
it was a real casual
No,
walk too.
he
It was
slapped
super
the
casual.
shit out of him. And then he turned around, he fixed his jacket. And he went back and sat down. Come on.
Yo.
Man.
But
And
you
then he
gotta
told him again, keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
You got to be real confident to slap somebody and turn your back to them to know they're not gonna do something.
Yeah, Chris Rock should have jumped on him.
No, he's pussy.
That's fine, but that was what I'm saying. He should have jumped. Like, man.
You just real confident. You just like, I'm gonna get away with this.
But could you imagine just being shocked though too?
No,
Like so shocked. Like what the fuck? Just like
I saw a stat on Facebook. I reshared it. It said it was like 2 months ago, or like last month. It said I would have just got done fighting Will Smith. And that is
that shit was like from long time
that
ago.
is 1,000% true. We would have just got done fighting.
He just be pulling me off right now.
Every day.
Every
day.
The
Yeah.
Family Guy episode with Peter and the chicken.
Peter and the chicken, it's on site. All
on
the time.
site. Peter and the chicken was fighting the whole episode, and we really sat there and watched it. That's what would have happened.
Family Guy, so I
You
know
don't, you don't fuck with Family
I'm
Guy?
gonna need you to just step up
I'll have
to
to
like,
check it out.
some of the jokes.
My bad. I'm out on that one.
Josh, you don't fuck with Family Guy?
No.
That's actually that might be the surprise of the day.
That is surprise of the
Nah,
day.
I've never fucked with it. Never fucked with it.
And I seen like 12 Spider-Man all drinking out of a Budweiser bottle today, and that might be the surprise of the day.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, and I've never fucked with it. But like going back to the men's weakness here and everything, like I just don't get, that. I mean, that I don't know if I'm saying it, I don't get it. I guess right because like you said, like yo, they already had the whole talk. Everyone like, I don't know. It's weird, man. Like, how do you get mad about something that you've already settled or supposedly settled within yourself? And that's not just Will and Jada. Like, who gives a fuck about them, right?
They're rich.
I mean,
Yeah, they rich and I don't fucking care about their problems. But like with anyone, right? Like if you have a problem yourself with someone else, because I get this a lot, right? Nobody ever, and I've talked about this. I've talked about this plenty, right? Like I always get that people don't like me, and I always say that's fine. I like myself.
People don't like you?
I'm
Yeah.
shocked,
I'm appalled.
I don't get it. I mean,
perplexed.
Flabbergasted. Keep it
yeah.
going.
Fuddled.
Aloof.
You know, and like so, and then, but I mean, I'll tell people too. Like, I told someone, I said, yeah, I don't like somebody, and they said why, and it's one of those. I ain't gonna say what reasons I actually have, but the reasons I have is like I just said I don't like their face, right? I'll just say it like that. Like I don't know, I don't like their face. Whenever they look at me, there's just something about their face that just makes me not like it, right?
It's too symmetrical.
And there's other stuff where I can, go into detail offline or whatever, but it's just like, and then people often say things like, Say, well, you guys are real similar. Hold on, I got Penny right here.
If you're,
Penny?
if you're too similar, does that mean you're supposed to be best friends?
Right, like that don't mean nothing to me. Like, well, and it's like, so are you saying that we're so similar that I secretly don't like myself?
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Like, I can not like a person even if they remind me. You could be born on the same day as me. Don't mean I gotta like you. You know?
Thanks.
We can go to the same high school, play on the same basketball team, have the same 1st through 6th period, and I can hate your guts.
Yeah. You know, it's crazy that you said that. My basketball team in high school, we didn't all like each other. But like we had cliques within the
team, yeah.
Within the team. But when it came to game day, same page.
You gotta work together.
When it came to like us versus them or us versus this school or us versus that group, same page.
It's same thing on the ship.
Yeah.
You be like, I don't like them. I need them.
I need them.
And I'm gonna work with them.
Yeah.
But then I ask me for shit outside of here.
Right. But when shit hit the fan and we got to get home safe, I got you.
Yeah.
But once we get home safe, fuck you.
Yeah. So we gonna work together right now.
Yeah.
Right now.
I'm gonna pull you out this hatch because I know it's drowning down there, and I know somebody probably love you. But
let us go on land.
When we get back on land, it's still, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So like that whole just because you remind me of somebody don't mean we got to be cool, and you don't really need to give your reasons for not liking the person until you talk to that person, because it's really nobody else's business.
Right.
Because I'm a firm believer in clearing the air. Because if I want you to know I don't like you, I'm going to tell you.
Yeah.
And then you can decide how you feel about that, and then how we can continue this. But you will know. I don't keep it a secret if I do or don't like somebody.
If I don't like you, it's usually a reason why, like, you did something probably to somebody.
I can feel that.
That I look at and I'm like, I don't like you.
Yeah, people who move, if you move too differently.
Yeah.
Like if your actions aren't always the same, if you can't stand on your ground, then I'm gonna look at you strange before I say I don't like you. And then the more I observe you and realize who you are, I can be like, oh yeah.
Like past experiences. Dudes who like gotta get every girl, gotta sleep with every girl. It's all about the girls or the women. I don't fuck with them.
Yeah.
And the reason why I don't fuck with them is not because what people may be thinking, oh, he's a threat. Or no. He's showing you who he is. And he'll stop at nothing to get women. That means you too. So you don't even have to put yourself in that situation. You know what I'm saying? You don't even have to go through that to know what's going to happen. If it come down to where he can tarnish your name, do something to make you look bad, do something to influence, favor his way when it comes to a woman, and you might not even be interested in a woman. You just could be the guy in the room. But if he got to, you know what I'm saying, look a certain way in front of him, I don't like that. Because they stop at nothing.
Yeah, he want to turn the perception on you to something bad.
Right. I don't do that.
Yeah.
So if I find out that's who you are, you ain't even instantly like, oh, I don't like him. Stand away from him. You could be the world's greatest dad. You could have a perfect credit score. You could be a millionaire. You could be giving out free money. Still ain't gonna like you.
But you're gonna take some of that free money.
Absolutely.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm gonna be fake too.
I will fake for this money. That is not an issue around here. But again, it's guys going back to the beginning. You know, they're having beef with other guys for no reason.
No reason at all.
Right? All you have to do is be true to yourself, you know, and talk to your woman or even the woman you want to pursue. And if you are on top of your shit, you never have to worry about someone else's shit. So you shouldn't have to worry about another guy.
But even if you on top of your shit, that woman still can make a decision and say she's going to step out.
It's her choice.
And that's her choice.
Yeah.
Whether y'all married, not, let's get off of these titles and these roles. And let's get down to what we really, let's break it down further from gender. What are we? Human beings. That's what the fuck we are. We are not perfect. We are not robots. We don't make the best decisions all the time. We don't do any of that. We are imperfect. I'm not saying that's an excuse or a catalyst to your behavior, but let's understand that you're human. Nobody's perfect. So, but now if she's repeatedly making these decisions on you, she messing with him, then she messing with him, then a couple of years later she messing with him, I think you need to do yourself a favor and get up out of there.
That's when it's on you to make the decisions for
Right.
yourself.
That's when
all right, you got to be like, you know what? I deserve better.
I deserve better. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Right. And I done had conversations with females like, yo, don't do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't do that man like that.
Why do we think that men put themselves through things like that?
Image.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Image.
I mean, I guess maybe that was kind of already answered. But you know what I'm saying? Like why? Like, if you're being told these things, if you know these things, is it just the image thing, or is there a true belief in like reform? You know what I mean? Like Will, why? Like, not to use them exactly, but like your point was like she stepped out, his ego was hurt, he's probably stepped out, but then why does he continue it? And you could replace them two with any other two common people off the street. So why men in our role, right? Is it a weakness or is it actually a strength to continue on and believe in the person and reform and stuff like that?
So I look at it like the old perception of when people were growing up 10, 20, 30, 40 years ago, divorce was considered a failure. Like you failed. Like you didn't do your due diligence as a father, a husband, a wife, a mom. Something went wrong and you failed. And that's just been ingrained in people. Like when you don't have a relationship that works out, you did something messed up. Like I have to look down on you, or the perception was, I have to think you're less of a person because you didn't accomplish what you said you were doing.
Back then, yeah.
And that's why a lot of people were in relationships back then who still had resentment for their significant other because they didn't want to get that divorce and look like, oh, we failed.
Right.
But it's not a failure.
It's not a failure.
Yeah.
That just didn't work.
And that happens.
Now, if you are legitimately soulmates and shit could be worked out, now y'all playing. Both of y'all in the way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I do believe they're soulmates. I believe in that. But like, everything ain't soulmates. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
She constantly cheating on you, that ain't your soulmate.
Yeah. There's somebody else out there who's perfectly compatible with you.
Yes.
And they will fill you up with joy and the things you need each and every time that you feel those needs aren't being met. And you have to work for that. Even then, it's not automatic. You can meet your soulmate, but if you ain't working towards it and trying to do better by your soulmate and by yourself, it might fall apart too. You still got to work.
Right. You still got to work. It's crazy. It's crazy how much, like, we're driven by emotions.
Yeah. Emotions and perception.
Yeah. Emotions and perception. That's wild.
Just like I told you about, well, I'm not on social media like that.
Yeah.
It's perceptions, and you put out the perception you want to give.
Yeah.
All right. When people see you, when people know you, when you're talking to your significant other, your friends, your family, what is the picture you're trying to paint for them? You know, when you want to take care of somebody, how are you taking care of them in reality, and how are you showing you taking care of them for everybody else to see?
You know what's crazy? Like, I'm really on social media to be ignorant. Like, I do not take the internet. Anything that you really can't touch, feel, see, taste, you know what I'm saying? I don't take it serious. That you can't, that's just like, it's not even inanimate. It's just like, it's here.
My favorite quote about the internet, and it's about cyberbullying, and it's from Tyler, the Creator. He was like, what is cyberbullying? Just log off, right? it's not real. Like I can put my phone down at any time and everybody's silent.
You sitting here reading shit about people talking,
So you're not gonna talk trash about me and just send it to my phone.
and I'm gonna read it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do this on myself.
But I'm not. You know how many text messages you be like, I'm not reading that shit.
Right.
But you gonna get on the internet and look at somebody that you don't even know.
Like, oh man, this got 56 comments. I'm about to read them all because it's gonna make me mad. No.
Or it might make you laugh.
It's coming from you, it's probably gonna make me laugh.
Yeah. Because I'm not. It's the internet, man. I don't take that shit serious.
No.
Like I don't take it serious at all. I don't care how many suits y'all put on for y'all LinkedIn accounts. I don't care about none of that, man. Like this shit is bogus to me. Because at any given time, this shit could crash and it could be gone and it could be something else.
Yeah, I remember for years people had Black Planet, people had a MySpace.
For years we didn't have anything.
Yeah, you just went outside.
You just went outside.
Chopped up. Hey, you know somebody from 20 miles over? No. Why would I know somebody who's 20 miles away?
I don't know that motherfuckers over there.
And now I talk to people who are like 3,000 miles away. I'm just like, oh yeah, what's up?
Yeah, new city, other cities, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to slide in the inbox. I be sliding too.
That's airmail. Like that's new stuff.
I be sliding.
But if it works, it works, you know?
And it does.
Y'all on the DMs now?
No, we was just saying like how like the internet, I don't know. We just
because we were talking about perception and reality about, you know, when we spoke about how what made Will Smith do that and it's the perception that he wanted to keep about his family. We're like, perception is not, that's the downfall of a lot of people. And then we got to the internet part of perception where your happiness might not be what you put out there on the internet. And
right. He got off why he don't fuck with the internet. And I was like, because before the show, remember I asked him, I was like, why don't you don't be on that bitch like that? And he was like, man. And I was like, was it hard? Because I kind of want to get away from the internet. I want to get off it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even though I be on there clowning, you know what I'm saying? I still want to kind of just fall back. There's some things on there, though. And
I mean, for that reason, you know, you might want to be on the internet.
There's some things on there, but still, it's like, because like you gotta think, man, you just one ballot out of how many votes that's being casted, like, especially if she like that, you know what I'm saying? You're not gonna get there, so you gotta get there another way.
So do you think that like going with that, right? Because you have this like, okay, you kind of want to get off, but then there's some things. And kind of when you guys are talking about signing DMs and stuff like that, it's like, has social media and everything changed the landscape so much that not that you couldn't do it in person, but it makes it so easy and achievable for you via social media sites, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever. That's kind of like, well, not that you're out there, you know, fucking going after everything, but it's the ease of it, and it's right there at the fingertips. It's effortless for you guys to, you know, just talk to someone. Let's just say make a friend. That why would you get out of, you know, out of your comfort zone of that and go make friends in person?
See, it is easy to make friends on the internet because you got time to reply, you got time to think of it, you got time to know a person, but it still comes down to how do you guys interact in person? Let's say you meet somebody who is 60 miles away, and then y'all finally get together, y'all meet up, and then there's just no connection in person because the person has the time to sit and think, and they can't bounce communication off back and forth.
Zero chemistry.
People forgot how to really talk to each other in person because they're used to just, I can take 5 minutes, I can think of the perfect response, and then I can send it back. And then when you're in front of somebody, you be like, oh shit, let me not say that. And you're like, well, just free flow, just talk, be comfortable.
Yeah.
And a lot of it, we lost the ability to be comfortable with people almost in person, unless you see them every day, you're interacting with them. But I've seen it before. You talk to somebody on the internet for 5 months straight, y'all good, y'all talk, boom, 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 boom. Y'all meet up one day and be like, so what's up? Not much? Like, oh, okay. Like, what happened to all that communication you were really good at, and now it's just gone? But it is a good way to connect, but how deep are those connections?
Shallow, apparently.
Pretty shallow.
Do you think that lends to the men weakness? I don't know if this makes sense, but like, I'm talking about us again, right? In a total like species thing of like, because like there's different things I've seen in the news, right? And depending on how you want like toxic masculinity stuff, right? Of like you could say that's a lot of different things, right? Toxic masculinity.
We need to bring that back, by the way.
Oh, okay.
That's another segue for another.
So I mean, well, it could be like this next little part right here, right? Is like, are we talking about? It is how to put this. Is it more toxic that men have this like easy game now that they could portray because of social media, right? Like it makes it easy to portray like you have this game to talk to females and stuff, so that lends to more toxicity than if you was a dude face to face having a Mac, and then be like, oh no, like women would be able to like pick us out easier, right? Like, you're a scrub, you're out of here, boom. You can't even talk to me. You know what I'm saying? Am I making sense?
It's the same way. You could look at that the same way with women who use filters.
Oh, absolutely.
Because you do not look like your filters. You don't.
And here's the thing for us. If you say
Stop it. Stop that shit, man.
If you say it's easier to hit our game online and everything, you still got to close in person. So if you still don't have that game, as soon as you meet up, it could just fumble, right? So no matter how good your game is online, what is that going to accomplish in the end if you can't close in person?
But I mean, like, with things like Tinder and stuff out there, right? Like, the whole, it's just a hookup culture, as they say. Got a lot of sentence enhancers today, excuse me. But, like, what's there to close?
I've been on Tinder.
You know what I mean? Like, there ain't nothing to close. Like, you know what you swiped on. You know what you're here to do. Like, there's nothing to close.
Now, I know you don't have those apps because, you know, you're a great man and all. So, let me tell you about Tinder Adventures. You still got to close.
You still got to close.
You still got to close.
And Bumble, too. Bumble is harder.
Bumble's harder.
Bumble harder. Because you don't get to make the first. You can't say nothing until they say something to you. So, Bumble harder.
And you talk to any, if you talk to, I got a bunch of friends, right? And they will say, he almost had it until he said, or till he did this. And it's like, oh, no, it's not good tonight. You be having a great night for 3 hours. And then 10:15, you say something stupid. 10:20, she's out of there.
PSA, guys, less is more. Don't talk much.
Yeah. That means shut up.
Don't talk much.
Let me shut up.
Don't say nothing. Just stay the course.
If the night's going good, let it go good.
Let it go good. You don't need to open up your mouth. Don't need to, you know what I'm saying? Let the vibes vibe.
But yeah, still got to close.
But isn't it like this? Okay, so you still got to close, but like the setup and everything, right? Like, doesn't it lend to more weak men? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you just playing numbers. Like, you just swipe, and there's no effort or little effort until it comes to close or something like that. And depending on how that, and again, I'm out of that game, and I'm glad to be out.
So listen.
But talking about how this affects men and the weaknesses that it puts on us, right? Like, you can't even, you don't even have men, like you raising two boys that are of the teenage, you know, growing years and stuff. Like, how are you teaching them game? And I don't mean that to like macking and anything like that, but how are you teaching them to treat women? How about that?
That's a good question.
If
I got
most ways women are treated, in most ways, not y'all, but a lot of single men out there is treating women is, let me just keep swiping, and then we're there until it finally comes on to one where it's like this magic love or something, and then it's like, oh, like, but how do you still know how to treat them?
So not even recent. I've been doing this, not even, that sounds bad.
I've been doing this 15, 20 years. I've been in the game.
So there's a question I started to ask women, right? And it's two really, really simple questions. When's the last time you went on a date that wasn't dinners in a movie, which is not a real date? And then
It is when you married, motherfucker.
when you're married. And then when's the last time you got an actual Valentine's Day gift, right? And shockingly, it's a lot of nevers and nones, right?
Hey, what's a real date other than dinners in a movie?
So
Add to I'm Batman.
So
You what's his name? what's the butler?
Hey,
Superman?
You just call me Alfred out here?
Alfred. No. Alfred is very important. I'm just saying for this situation, in this moment, add to Batman's tool belt. What's a real date?
All right, let's say Thursday night out in North Park. You're like, I got this idea. There's a 2-hour cosmic axe throwing.
Okay.
So we going out, we hit North Park. You go there for the axe throwing. You hit around the corner. You might stop at that little GameStop area where you play the video games outside.
Coin
op. Yeah, you hit the coin op, and then you turn around and get some pho. And then you just had a good night, and you didn't do dinner movies. You laughing, you joking, you seeing, are you accurate? You got a little athleticism and
competition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You really challenging each other.
Doing a different variety of food.
Right. So you're not just saying, oh, let's eat dinner and just in this real suit and tie, button ups, not nice spot. And then we go sit in the movies for 2 hours and not talk.
Yeah.
So let's do something where we talking, where we interacting, where you can see, can you make a joke? If I'm bad at this axe throwing, are you about to make fun of me? Let's get these jokes going. How is your comedy? All right. Even let's go to a movie night. Let's stand up day. All right. Let's see if you can enjoy the same comedy I can.
But hold on. So the great examples of a great date night, right? And I made the joke, but also seriously, dinner and a movie when you married. It's not the best date. I'm not saying it's the most romantic, but if you could get a babysitter or something, watch your kids and go do that, that is still can be quality time spent, you know what I mean, together, good conversation during dinner and all that, right?
Well, I say that for quality time, for family time, or people who've been in a relationship, for Tinder,
fresh date, yeah.
Okay, what is your date?
But
how have you?
I mean, again, the purpose of those apps really are they really a date or are they really just a smush? Right. And are you putting that much effort in a date like that to me? Excuse me. Sorry. It tells me you're putting effort because you want to be with this person more than just a couple dates.
No, I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? You're in, this is early investment.
Hey, Pound Town, baby. That's where you going with me.
But and that's dinner and a movie, right? And again, it might not be romantic for a married couple, but if all you're doing is trying to get to the end result here, then maybe dinner and a movie, that way I can say less, this back 2 hours, and maybe you can change your mind or something, and then, see if she's dangling the keys at the end of it. You know what I mean?
I mean, yes, but also, one, it's not that much effort. I'm be honest.
No,
you just go online and you schedule it. It takes 2 minutes, right? I've been there. And two, they can actually see if they ain't never actually done anything fun like that. They're like, oh, he's actually putting in effort. You're betting your own chances. All right. So it's just oh, he's doing something different. All right. He's actually trying. And he might be a little worth it.
I might like him. But do you really want to be liked?
Depends on how long.
If you coming off of Tinder, that's what I'm just saying. If it's Tinder, if it's your third Tinder date, your third Tinder-roni, I don't know, man. I'm just again.
I don't know, because you can always
turn the mic a little bit for you.
Love is everywhere. So
true.
You could be on your third Tinder date. We talking about with this person?
No, I'm talking about this week.
Oh, this week. You could be on your third Tinder date and you could be like, yo, I like her. I don't know what it is, but I like her. Right?
Yeah.
It's because it's Thursday, man, and you had a good workout.
And now watch this. You don't want to go to Pound Town because you like her. So now you trying to see what's up with her? You know what I'm saying? Let me close it off like this. All right, good night. I'm gonna see you later. Look, this is what we're gonna do next week. All right, hey, can you meet me for lunch? That's how that shit blossoms. See, when you come in I'm looking for this, and this, it's not organic. You're not letting things happen organically. Because what's gonna happen is this guy, he's gonna play the role that matches up with what you align with to take you to Pound Town. Or the girl is gonna, if it's the other way, she's gonna play a role that matches up with what you say you want to get you to take her to Pound Town. And you get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So none of that should be off the table. It should just be organic. It should just be straight. Let's chill. Let the vibes vibe, and let's see what happens. Let's see if we got chemistry.
I am a firm believer, even if it's just a Tinder date, you got to try. Because then, what Nick said, if it's something where we good, where we're connecting really well, I'm like, damn, let's go to Salt and Straw after this. Like, let's continue this night.
What's Salt and
Because
Straw?
it's an ice cream spot, man. It's downtown. Like,
Salt and Straw.
yeah. I know all the places. Like, I'm very quiet, but I know a lot of things. Right. I'm in different spots everywhere. So yeah, you want to keep those things going. You want to just let the night grow. You might end up in Sunset Cliffs, just like, let's watch the sunset. It'd be like not trying to be romantic, but just trying to show them a good time.
So
Straw.
So I was gonna say, like, so is there still opportunity for strong courting male tendencies
Absolutely.
through Tinder and stuff? And you guys don't think that's eroded us completely
No.
into this,
What it's done is it's made it easy for you. So now you don't, it's coming to you at the hands of your fingertips, the internet. So now when you get it, it's up to you what you do with it.
But isn't that like going
It's
back
cheating.
to like
It's cheating. It's
you
performance
a
enhancing
lion,
drugs.
you a lion in the zoo and they just dropping off the meat at the door
And guess what? You still a fucking lion.
and you still gonna eat the meat.
And you're still a fucking lion. I don't care how domesticated. That's a fucking lion. You can show me a lion from Africa or the Sahara or wherever lions be at, and you can show me a lion in the zoo. Guess what I see?
A lion.
A lion. I don't know nothing about how he got his food. Is he hunting? I don't care. That's a lion. He'll kill me.
Factual.
Facts.
Easy.
Yeah. Yep, it's true.
That's a gorilla. I don't care who they got, a zookeeper or he's in Mozambique. That's a gorilla. No.
That just reminded me. I saw a bear by the dude like 2 days ago on the internet. You got to get off the internet.
Yeah, like what?
And here's the thing, like, because again, you're not on Tinder, so you don't know this. You be like, oh, my hobbies are this, and you be like, oh wow, we share 3 of the hobbies. You like going hiking? I like going hiking. Like, you like ice skating? We live in California, so that's out the question. Like, but you can see how you can connect with a person before you connect with them,
Yep.
and then you can be like, okay, now I know how to plan my date.
That's fair.
Right? Dates that are boring will sometimes not lead you to Pound Town, as Jasso put it. It can lead you right to striking out. After a nice hour, you're like, all right, cool. I'm gonna catch this Uber back home and we out of here. So that's why you just gotta keep trying.
Gotta keep trying.
Effort is key. Consistency is key. Appreciation is key.
You on that Uber? You on the Tinder out and where you at?
Nope.
No.
I gotta be focused out there. Like,
All right.
you won't catch me on Tinder anywhere anymore. I gave up that life.
Oh, okay. All right.
That goes with the internet stuff. You meet me organically, we can talk.
Yeah, I'm not on Tinder either, or a Bumble.
I never had a Bumble account, so that's smooth. There's one that starts with an H. I don't even know it, but that's apparently where the good ones are at. It starts with an H. We can ask the audience when they hear this, but it starts with an H.
I want to ask one of my favorite people, but I can't ask her.
What? Nikki?
No.
Nikki's one of my favorite people.
Yes. And
Oh.
No, Nikki's
Because
Nikki's one of mine. But I'm talking
Nikki's one of my favorites too.
So
I'm
because
talking about,
I asked Nikki. So Nikki, she works with a lot of young corpsmen that are all on these too, right? Shout out,
Victor
honey.
Bravo.
Yeah. Huh?
You missed it. You were having a COVID cough. So.
Yeah.
Victor Bravo.
Oh, okay. He's so
Yeah.
stupid. He's so stupid. But I thought that's what you said. All right. Anyways, so Nikki works with all these young corpsmen. They be using these apps, and it's funny because like she'll get a lot of like, oh, he didn't call me back. Oh, he didn't do this and that. And it's like, well, why? Again, like I'm saying, like why would they? Because these apps are for smushing, right? Even if you invest in good date, like, and if you gave it up, well, then it wasn't. All unlocked and achieved. Like
If that was me, I'm calling back though.
I mean, like
at least once or twice.
If you got it, and you're like, yeah, I got to keep that number. Like,
Yeah, you gotta keep that. What are you talking about?
Unless
Yeah, unless
unless
yeah.
it wasn't worth
unless
keeping.
it wasn't. Yeah,
Maybe that's something they gotta sit there and ask themselves, right?
self-evaluation.
I don't know. I still just think like at some point of it, right? Like it is a downgrading of men. Women, y'all could chime in the comments. Let us know. Like I think it's just a downgrading of and contributing to a weak man-woman relationship going there. I don't know. From my outside perspective, it's not. It's a hookup thing. It's not a dating, right?
It's not dating. You're right.
You know, it's just for hooking up and
But they'll have shit in their profile like not looking for hookups.
Serious, you know, locals only. They're like, no military men. What did I do?
Yeah, what did I do?
But it's one of those things where
decide to defend freedom and democracy around the world.
You stupid. Yo, let's go ahead and wrap up there. I'm gonna get back to the kids, and we'll let y'all get to whatever you was doing. You know, hey, thanks for showing up and helping out the Bravo Zulu podcast again. We'll get regular.
Victor Bravo, I'm coming.
He's so stupid.
that he is.
All right, I'm not ready for anything here. I think. Yo, don't forget if you watching on YouTube, don't forget to hit us up, subscribe, like, comment, everything like that. Don't forget, for more information on how you can support the podcast, please visit us at anchor.fm/Bravo Zulu podcast. The information, views, and opinions expressed in this podcast are solely of myself, Joshua Moore, and the individuals involved, and do not necessarily represent the DOD, DON, or those of the respected institutions or organizations. Thanks for joining us.